Hey everyone, welcome back to Is It Just Me? In today's video, it's a bit of an interesting, funny one that involves a camping trip, a slipper, and a dingo. So this story starts with I'm away camping with my girlfriend on Fraser Island. And we went up there because we love the place, and we also knew that there's got these beautiful wild dingoes that roam around the island, and they're just enjoyable to watch going about their business. So we get up there at the northern end of Fraser to this little campground at Orchid Beach, and we've seen dingoes walking around, and they're all beautiful. And then we decided, well, obviously, we'll start setting up our campground. So we get the tent up and we set all our gear up. And my girlfriend, she puts all the shoes lined up at the entrance of the tent, and she's got her slippers out that she's going to use that evening to keep her feet free from sand and warm. So we've got everything set up, and we decide that now it's time maybe to go for a bit of an afternoon walk, just so we can explore the beautiful beach and just enjoy the sunshine before the sun sets, and we have to sort of start preparing dinner for the evening. And we go for a bit of a wander. As we leave the tent, we notice there's some dingoes hanging around the campground and all up and down the beach, which is what we sort of went there for. But we noticed that at that time of the year there was a lot of juvenile or pup dingoes, which are a little more curious than the adult ones normally are. Um, so you got to, because they're still learning life, you've got to be a little bit more cautious and aware of these younger dingoes. And you got to try and shoo them away from your campground because they're looking for food or things that they may be sort of entertained by. Anyway, we went for this walk, knowing there's dingoes in the area, and that was fine. So we're gone for about an hour, and then we come back to the campground, and we noticed, well, my girlfriend noticed when she went to the tent that one of her slippers was missing. And she's like, "Hey Brad, my one of my slippers is gone." And I come over, I'm like, "Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it?" And we're like, "Well, I don't think another camper would have taken the slipper because, well, that's a bit strange. And why would they take one when you need two?" So we're going, well, maybe one of these dingo pups had maybe walked into our campground and decided to pick up this one slipper and take it for a bit of an adventure. So we're like, okay, well, we better go walk around the campground and see if we can find this missing slipper, because this is the first day of our 7-day trip. And I think my girlfriend wanted to wear her slippers that night, and now she can't because she's missing one. So we go for a bit of a walk around the immediate area of our campground. We're looking in the bushes. We're walking up and down the sandy track, and we go to other campsites and we ask the people there, "Have you guys seen a slipper?" We can't see anything. They haven't seen anything. Um, we sort of walk back to our campground, and then we stand on the dune where our campsite is, and we're sort of looking down the beach, and we can't see anything down there. So we're like, well, it's not looking good. We might have lost this slipper. This sneaky little dingo has taken the slipper, and he could have taken it anywhere. Like, there's just outside, there's bushes, there's the ocean, the beach. The slipper could be anywhere. So we're like, okay, well, it's a shame that the slipper's gone. We start accepting that. Anyway, we're standing there on the beach, accepting that this slipper, by the looks of it, is gone. And my girlfriend was upset because it was an expensive slipper, and now she's just going to have to wear shoes. And then I was sort of looking around more, and then I'm like looking down the beach. Like we're talking a long way down the beach, a couple hundred meters down the beach, and I can just sort of see this in the distance, this tiny little dark dot, because we're talking a long way down the beach. And I said to her, look, I'm not confident that that's the slipper, because it could be driftwood, it could be a bit of seaweed, or it could be anything. It's a long way down, and it's right on the water's edge. Should we go down this beach and have a look to see whether that could be the slipper? And she's like, well, why not? So we're walking down the beach really slowly, and we're having a bit of a laugh about this dingo must be walking around somewhere with this slipper in its mouth. And I can only imagine, other campers might have seen it. They have a chuckle. So we're talking about this as we're walking down the beach to this dot on the horizon. And we're slowly getting closer to it. And I'm sort of turning to my girlfriend. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if this dot was the slipper? And she's like, yeah, well, I don't like our chances because it's a long way away from our campsite. So anyway, we're having a little bit of a talk about what's the chances of this being the missing slipper. And we're walking closer, and I'm like looking, and I'm sort of squinting, and I'm like, is it? Isn't it? As we're walking, and she's like, still can't tell. And we're like, and the excitement was starting to get the better of us. So we're thinking, well, she starts sort of doing a fast walk to a jog, going, I need to know. So then I start jogging to catch up to her, and we're running along, and obviously now this dot is getting closer to us, and we're like, I think it's the slipper, as we're staring at it. But it was sort of like, didn't look like a slipper because it was upside down. And when they're like running along the beach, and then we're about 50 metres away now, and then you can actually see it. I'm like, we're going, it's the bloody slipper. You wouldn't read about it. It's the slipper. It's the slipper. So we bolt down to this slipper. The waves are coming in, pushing it on the beach more. And we get to it. It's covered in sand. It's soaking in water. And we pick it up, and we're like, we have a laugh, and we're like, what are the chances of finding this missing slipper that some dingo has picked up as like some sort of toy and walked it hundreds of meters down the beach, and then grew tired of it and just dropped it, and now it was sort of just getting hit by waves. And we're like, out of this whole area, there was bushes that the dingo could have taken in, there was sand dunes everywhere, there's fallen down trees, there's just so much stuff around there that this slipper could have been hidden behind or hidden in. And this one little dot that you couldn't even see or tell that was anything from a distance turned out to be this slipper. So I was like, this is definitely, is it just me moment, because this stuff, it just doesn't really happen to any other people I know of. So yeah, what a story. Let us know in the comments whether you've had anything similar with any sort of wild animals where something's happened to your campground, eaten food, stolen a slipper or a shoe of some sort. I'll be interested to read them. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on a future video. Bye for now.